Welcome back to DXB Today, where right now we are reaching the final stretch of our snackathon, and we welcome our next guest, who is all about inspiring families to embrace a healthy eating lifestyle with a wide range of yummy and healthy snacks for kids and parents alike. Please join us in welcoming Aya Assaf, a mum of 3 and co-founder of Koala Picks. Aya, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We'd love to hear how these stories start. We're very surprised as well to find out that Koala Picks is a local brand, just like Hunter's Gourmet. So tell us how the whole journey started.
So the whole journey started approximately 6 years ago. Basically, when my husband and I couldn't find healthy snacks for our own kids. So our eldest Yassine was 3.5 around that time, and he started asking for like cookies, crackers, all the stuff kids usually ask for. And we are both very health conscious. So we like to read labels before we buy anything and from the supermarkets. And we were surprised that every time we went to buy stuff, we read labels and it was either full of sugar or like E numbers we don't understand or preservatives. And we felt like it's unfair for our kids to grow up eating like, you know, this kind of junk.
I find it so interesting that all of the stories, including you, Lucci, are creating these incredible businesses and brands because of a huge gap in the market.
Yeah.
I mean, how did your kids take to the snacks when you first gave it to them? Was it a hard trade?
No, honestly, I find it very easy if the kids are young enough. If you bring them up to a healthy habit, it sticks to them because they're not really aware of the other alternative, right? So what happened then, I mean, Yassine is our chief tasting officer, like we call him. And then now we have Ali and Farah, which are different tasters as well. But what happened then is I went to him and he was our inspiration to what kind of snacks he likes, what's in the market that's not solving the problem. So we decide, okay, let's do this. Let's create those snacks without the refined sugar, without the preservatives, artificial colors, flavors, all those stuff.
What do you find most difficult in finding for an alternative ingredient that is healthier, but also delicious?
Yeah, so it was very important from us in the beginning that to make sure that the snacks are actually delicious. Because if it's just healthy, like the kids will not like it. And the whole point is to change habits, right? So we need to alternate between refined sugar and then we need to find another healthier sweetener. So in this case, we use date powder and honey. So 2 very natural sources, and dates in UAE obviously is such an abundant ingredient, right? So these are the 2 main sweeteners. And then for colors, artificial colors, what people don't realize, even if it says natural color on labels, doesn't necessarily mean it's natural because it's also chemical that was derived out of something. So for example, in our case, when we color our breadsticks, we actually get beetroot, we boil it, we take the color, we get the tomatoes, we boil it, we get the color. So we actually use real veggies. So that's how we alternate.
I think we have some B-roll of you also cooking with the kids that we can show. I just wanted to ask you while we're seeing that, what are some, how do you educate the parents? Because education is a huge part in what you do as well. How do you go on educating parents on how important it is for them to have healthy snacks?
It's, so I think we've gone a long way, but we still think there's more to go. Because obviously a lot of parents, it's not out of anything, it's just out the lack of awareness that those ingredients are actually bad. So what we do is we try to use our social media to educate a lot about ingredients and importance of like picking the right snack. But also we do like cookie workshops where we bring in the kids and the parents and we ask them, let's do cookies together. And I use this opportunity to actually say, okay, what's this? And then one kid could say sugar. I was like, no, that's not sugar, that's dates. And then I take it as a chance in a fun way to educate them. Why aren't we using sugar and why are we replacing that? So we always do that as well.
I do want to ask about like marketing to children because obviously adults, even though we're more developed, we're easier to convince. You just tell us it's going to make us skinnier and better looking and we're happy to eat it and buy it. Kids don't care about that stuff. How do you get them involved with the healthier snacks?
Kids are the harshest judges.
Critics.
Seriously, critics. They are like, they will not sugarcoat anything, right? So for me, the taste is everything. And as I said, I use my kids as the tasters, basically, and the kids in the park around us. So
Mummy makes ladies in the park again
exactly.
giving us sweets.
I swear to God, I've done that. I've lined them up with a tray, and they tried everything, and it was 2 different recipes. And like,
questionnaire at the end.
Yeah, which recipe one? Okay, this one, this
That's
one.
Really
and
cool.
I literally use kids as, because why are we doing that if it's not for them loving it, right?
I love that so much. Like, it's actually genuine as well.
Genuine, 100%.
Feedback.
And my son now has developed this sense of critique that, the texture is not right, but the sweetness is perfect. You know, this kind of thing.
Cookie connoisseur.
Yeah, exactly.
Next Gordon Ramsay.
It needs a little.
Yeah.
Whilst we're talking about, and again with Lucci here on the table, what challenges have you faced in terms of actually getting this homegrown brand off the ground?
Yeah, so obviously as a homegrown brand, you have like limited resources, right? So you can only have this much of budget. And we built everything from the ground up, like recipes, nutrition, everything. So it took us some time to be able to get things rolling. My background is not food, neither is my husband or our third partner. So it was such a gray area in the beginning, but we were so like focused on let's make it happen. So challenges were marketing, obviously, where to market, who to talk to, the idea of being on shelf in large supermarkets is very scary, right? Because there are those big brands with so much money to put on shelves. So it's hard for us to compete in such a way. But then we've decided, okay, why are we doing it the traditional way, like go to supermarkets? No, let's go in a different way, go to e-commerce. And then that's how we survived actually. The COVID, the 5 years of till we reached here, is just how can we do things differently to survive like the food retail market.
Exactly. And I see Lucci nodding along there.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts to that?
Well, she was mentioning about the e-commerce. So in the beginning, when we were starting, we are not a big company.
Yeah.
It's me and my sister Iman, and we do a lot of pop-ups. What we did in the beginning was we invested in our website. We did not have an actual brick and mortar, but we invested in our website. So when the pandemic hits, we were so ready to start selling. And the funny thing is, just 1 week after the lockdown, people were ordering chocolates like there's no tomorrow. And and the thing is, like, people are now more awoke.
Yes.
And they really are looking for alternative options out there.
Well, and who better than to have people like yourselves? Lucci, I know you're sticking around. Aya, thank you so much. Sadly, we've run out of time, but again, I said it to Hunter Foods. Please leave the snacks.
Definitely, they're yours.
Honestly, we love Koala Picks.
Please try them. It's not only for kids; it's even for like
bless
others.
you. No, that's really kind. And thank you, Scene, on behalf of all of
Yeah,
us
sure.
for tasting them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, now I believe it is time for Ahmed to be challenging our guest co-host. Ahmed?
Okay, Lucci, I don't know if you're ready for this. We've got a couple of questions, a segment called DXB in 60.
I was
and
born
just
ready.
to get to know you, it's just to get to know you better.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to cue the clock in 3, 2, 1. What was your first job?
I work as a packer of food in my mother's food commissary.
Okay, that's very nice.
I was unpaid. It was a job.
Exactly. What is your motto in life and work?
Raisin is a grape that worries too much.
I like that. That's really nice. A chocolate flavor you would love to create but haven't yet.
Chocolate flavor that I would love to create that I haven't yet. If there's only an ingredient that is available that is sweet and creamy but is 0 calorie, it would be a dream.
Okay.
Wouldn't it?
Maybe, this next question can help you. If you could have an AI assistant, what tasks would you want it to handle?
Oh my gosh, accounting. I love to be in the kitchen and doing chocolates, but when you're a homegrown business, you have to know accounting as well. You're doing costing, looking at suppliers. So AI, please take care of it.
And we're out of time, but I just want to ask you, why Dubai?
Why Dubai? Okay, my sister Iman and I have lived in Dubai for the last 21 years. So Dubai in itself has become like a platform for people who have dreams, who are hardworking, have grit, and have ambition. So Dubai has provided a platform for people like me, like Aya, and to work on making your dreams come true.
I love that. That's amazing. Thank
Wow.
you so much.
Lucci, thank you so much for being so amazing.
Thank you
today.
so much.
Yeah, we cannot wait to have you back. And Aya, thank you so much for being on the show with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Please give our love to your husband, to Yassine, Ali, and Farah.
Yes.
Because I know they're going to be watching. But you don't go anywhere, because coming up, we are going to be playing you some music from Nick Pritchard.
Pritchard. I'm an international jazz and swing singer. I've been performing worldwide for the last 5 years, and I'm now based in the UAE. I performed at the Dubai Opera House to sold-out shows of 2,500 people, and I still have my residency in London at Annabelle's Club and Quaglino's. Be sure to tune in at the end of the show to hear my brand new single, Home. I look forward to seeing you then.